What up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Generation Tech. My name is Alan. It's good to see you guys again. I know it's been a while. Me and Ben, we've been working on some other projects, so sorry if we haven't been uploading on a regular schedule. That's about to change. But anyway, while I was gone, I read like, 20 or 30 Star Wars novels. Like, if you don't know, I really love the expanded universe and all the extra content that comes with it. The thing is, when I was reading all these books, I was just amazed by how many different worlds were created by all these authors, which inspired me to make this video, which is going to be about the top 5 craziest planets in the galaxy. Alright guys, number 1, we go to Nathema, a small Sith world in the ancient Sith Empire located on the outer rim of the galaxy, far away from the Old Republic. Nathema was once a lush and fertile agricultural world. Now the key word to that sentence is was. You see, one of the most powerful Sith that ever lived, Lord Vitiate, was on a quest for immortality. He had gathered 8,000 Sith Lords together on the planet and commenced a ritual which allowed Vitiate to suck the life force from the entire planet. Everyone died. Like, everyone. Even the droids and the machinery, everything just died. Even the force died. What? What was left was known as the void. This single action by Lord Vitiate was so terrifying that other Sith Lords thought that he had gone too far.
Not cool. Not cool!
Fortunately for the Dark Lord, the ritual made him immortal, which meant he went on to rule the Sith Empire for over 1,000 years. You know what the next video should probably be? Like a list of the most powerful Sith Lords. Now, if Nathema was the most barren planet in the galaxy, then Zonoma Sekot is the complete opposite. It's the most alive planet. I mean, literally. So, Zonoma Sekot is actually made of 2 entities. One is Zonoma, that is the planet. It's just a big rock like any other planet. And then there's Sekot, which is the giant organism that inhabits the entire planet, which is why people call Zonoma Sekot the living planet. Now, this planet was famous for its seeds, and its inhabitants would shape these seeds into almost anything, like starships, sheds, cooking utensils, you name it, they could make it. As a matter of fact, the few outsiders allowed to step foot on the planet were all prospective buyers of the famous Zonoma Sekot living starships, which were said to be some of the fastest and most beautiful starships the galaxy had ever seen. I mean, this was an absolutely incredible planet. Even the planet itself was mobile. If enemies ever came and attacked Zonoma Sekot and overwhelmed its defenses, it could engage a hyperdrive which would take the whole entire planet to an entire new part of the galaxy. We later find out in the new Jedi Order that Zonoma Sekot is actually a seed of another world from another galaxy known as Yuuzhan Vong, which is home of the Yuuzhan Vong, an extremely terrifying militaristic race. Now we're going to go to the most developed planet in the galaxy, which is Coruscant. Located in the galactic core, Coruscant served as the political center of the galaxy. Now, if your empire or republic was located in Coruscant, most likely you controlled the galaxy. Coruscant is known as a worldwide city. The entire planet's surface is covered in structures. As a matter of fact, it's said that there are over 5,000 levels of cities built on top of the crust. What? Now, life on the surface of Coruscant was quite good. I mean, there were plenty of amenities, luxuries. You could basically find anything you wanted on the surface of the planet. Even the weather was controlled, so you would know when it would rain, when it would be cloudy in advance. But as you descended into Coruscant's lower levels, you started realizing there's nothing orderly about Coruscant at all. Underneath its thin, somewhat orderly surface were hundreds of levels of pure craziness. You had neighborhoods like the Southern Underground, which is controlled by gigantic concrete-eating slugs and giant trash-eating squid monsters. Which is absolutely terrifying, but probably a cheap place to live. So I guess if you don't have a lot of money, you can go there. Anyway, if you went even deeper underground, you would run into a race of zombie-like humanoids called the Scython? Scython? I have no idea. Anyway, these zombie-like humanoids lived off of eating flesh. If you ever played KOTOR, just imagine the Rakghouls on Taurus. Similar concept, right? If Coruscant is the most developed planet in the world, then Lotho Minor is the most junkiest. This planet is essentially one giant junkyard routinely bathed in acid rain and inhabited by small talking snakes, scavengers, cyborgs, and giant fire-breathing junk monsters. This planet is famous for being the place where Darth Maul escaped into exile after being cut in half by Obi-Wan Kenobi. While there, he found new legs, well actually 6 legs, in this giant spider-like contraption thing, and at the same time he lost his mind. Yeah, not really his best moment, but can you really blame him? I mean, I think I'd go crazy if I were trapped on a junkyard planet. And lastly, we're gonna go to the deadliest planet in the galaxy, Starkiller Base. Stronghold of the First Order, this icy planet found in the unknown region was deemed to be the perfect candidate for a giant planet-sized weapon. Not to be outdone by Death Star 1 and Death Star 2, the brilliant scientists at Starkiller Base decided that their weapon would not only take out planets, but entire star systems. Why are these guys so evil? This weapon would literally suck the life out of a star and then launch that energy at the speed of light instantaneously to its target, which is absolutely terrifying, as you guys saw in the movie. I guess essentially that's what you do with sequels nowadays. If you can't really figure out a great idea of what to do, you just do the same thing over, but bigger. But like the first and second Death Star, the Starkiller Base had a fundamental flaw which was exploited by the rebels. I mean, resistance, whatever, you know what I mean. Again, stupid idea, big gigantic planet-sized weapons. Look, Disney, it's not that I hated Force Awakens. I enjoyed it for what it was. It was a nostalgia piece, but stop being lazy. Episode 8 cannot have an even larger planet-sized super weapon, or like don't make it into a sun weapon or something stupid like that. Please try something original. Alright? Okay guys, that's our list. I know we barely scratched the surface. Let me know what you guys think are the craziest planets in the galaxy, and who knows, if this video does really well, maybe we can make this a series where we like categorize planets and talk about them and all sorts of good stuff. But anyway guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you're watching this, you are Generation Tech.